What is good, YouTube world? It's J Coffee Talk on the vid. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Sub to the channel, hit that bell. A lot of different topics we cover over here every day, so you're going to want to stay up to date. But more importantly, get in the comments because this platform's all about hearing what the people got to say about these topics. Now, I have, not been active today. This is my first video of the day. Very busy, a lot of stuff to do. But last night, very, very, very late, I hopped on and just kind of did a live discussion, just kind of gave my take on the, George Floyd situation. Rest in peace to him. Thoughts, prayers to him, his family, friends, family, all that. You can go watch that video that I did where I spoke about that. I just kind of, went on for a half hour with all my thoughts on that, and just ridiculous. Ridiculous. I'm not going to go over everything I said in that video, but that man was murdered, in my opinion. And one thing I will say that I said in that video is something that always gets me so upset in these controversial situations is that people are always trying to point out what that person may have done. No one, listen, like I said yesterday, I wouldn't care if that man spit in a police officer's face when he was trying to arrest him. This is America. You can't just get mad as a police officer. Oh, someone did something to me. Like I said, we understand if the police get upset and use a little force. You can't murder someone. You can't just sit there and choke them out, cut off their air supply, looking at them while they die in the streets like that. And the people speaking out, letting this man know how they felt, you know, narrating basically what was going on, and he just sat there and kept doing what he was doing. Absolutely despicable, disgusting, and these guys need to pay. Getting fired is nothing. He needs to go to jail. But Trump here, something I said in that video was that, word is the feds are investigating this situation, and Trump chimed in and wanted us to know that he is involved. He's took an interest in this, and he's saying, at his request, the FBI and the Department of Justice are already well into an investigation as to the very sad and tragic death in Minnesota of George Floyd. He also said, I have asked for this investigation to be expedited and greatly appreciate all of the work done by local law enforcement. My heart goes out to George's family and his friends. Justice will be served. So our president, like or hate Donald Trump, wanted to touch base with everyone, via his Twitter and say, I'm interested in this. And you see what he says? He says, justice will be served. So, I don't know. Sometimes, like I said, love or hate Trump, let's be honest. Sometimes Trump gets a little active on the Twitter, we'll say. But what do you think of this, him saying that? Because as I stated, these guys need to be arrested. Does him saying that say that the arrests, it's just a matter of time? They're on their way? Like, what do you think of that? Let's check some of these replies, though. Someone said, at my request, the FBI and Department of Justice are already well. Oh, he just repeated what that Trump said. Oh, these are people just trolling. Let's see if we have any serious replies here. Someone here says, Donald Trump's racist behavior has opened the door for racism to expand in this nation. Let's see, there's 4 replies to that. Someone said, more hate by the left. You wanted so bad for this cop to be a Trump supporter to help your narrative. You don't give a damn about the victim. You only care about politics. Listen, I don't want to do it. I don't want to sit here and go over the left, right, Democrat, Republican, liberal, all that. Like, I always say, I don't identify with any of that stuff. I feel how I feel on issues, and that's what it is. In my opinion, when you start basing everything by what a group is, feels like you have to feel that way. That's almost like a gang mentality, you know. But I will say we did see some pictures of that officer in a mega hat. So I want to know everyone's thoughts on that. And I saw, his address leaked out, and it looked like, people were protesting in front of his home. Now, there's a lot of clips out there right now of a lot of stuff going on. People are mad, and rightfully so. Um, I don't see nothing wrong with them protesting right in front of that man's house. You know what I mean? He killed him, man. You know what I mean? How can that one guy was telling him, how are you gonna sleep at night after what you just did? He was telling him, you're a bum. You're a bum. Someone said, remember when you encouraged police officers not to be too nice? And they quoted this where it says, when you see thugs thrown into the back of a paddy wagon, you just see them thrown in rough. I said, please don't be too nice. Trump said Friday at a Suffolk County, New York event discussing the administration's efforts to handle violent gang known as MS-13. Like when you put somebody in the car and you're protecting their head. You know what? The way you put your hand over it. Like, don't hit their head and they've just killed someone. I said, you can take your hand away, okay? So that's an old quote from something when Trump was speaking on MS-13. But let's see what you guys think about that, though, about what someone said that Trump, where is it right here? It says Donald Trump's racist behavior has opened the door for racism to expand in this nation. Everyone, chime in the comments. I want to know your thoughts on that. Like I always say, that's what this channel is all about. Um, let's talk about it seriously. Do you believe Trump's racist? Yes or no? I've seen a lot of people feel both ways. Um, a lot of content that I cover on this channel for some people who've been tuning in for a while, you know that something that I covered is where there is a group of people that believe Trump is trying to save the people, and they say that these things are false narratives painted by the media. Do you agree with that, or do you not? Let me know your thoughts. And then someone said they already were investigating, but sure, go ahead and pretend it was your idea. The yokels will eat it up. So that gentleman is saying um, this was already going down. Trump's just trying to take credit. Someone, yeah, this is that the cop right here? Here's the cop from the murder in Minneapolis at a Trump rally in Minnesota wearing a Cops for Trump shirt. I believe that is him. I don't know. Um, that cop is just like a cold, sociopathic, evil guy. Just decisions expires and dies. Right? Like, I, I'm sorry, guys. I don't want to go back over all this. Like I said, go watch my live that I did. Um, I'm not gonna lie. I was emotional. Um, like I was saying yesterday, I was all day running around busy yesterday. I didn't see the video. I finally watched it at like 2, 3 in the morning, and I was sad. I was mad. I was kind of in shock. Like, it's absolutely just disgusting, man. But let's see if there's any other replies in here. Someone said, you created the inner environment for this to occur. Someone says, what is there to investigate? Those cops' murders should be incarcerated for life. There's nothing to investigate other than to put them behind bars. They committed murder. A great point this guy makes here. This should be an open and shut case. That is something that I touched on in the video I did yesterday. Um, I agree with what this guy's saying. There's not much to investigate at all. The police, when they came out and fired this guy, they said, that technique that he used is no good. They're not supposed to do that. So right then and there, he broke protocol and killed someone. So that's murder, right? That's what I think. Um, someone says that's my president. President Trump has spoken up for the killing of Ahmaud Arbery and now George Floyd. So y'all Trump haters, go take a seat in the corner somewhere and let President Trump keep proving me for proving me right for supporting him. Um, let's see, Ellen Hopkins says, like black voters would ever buy into your Department of J. Come to think of it, like any other voter who's actually paying attention would. Any words for the families of these people? Um, so, there, this person saying that Trump this is just, some politics for the election, basically for votes, not taking what he's saying serious here. But lots of replies in here. I'm not going to go over all of them. Someone says, it is sad that you can judge a person's character by the company they keep. Someone says, if y'all watch the footage released today, you'll find that he did not resist arrest. And last time I checked, the death penalty doesn't apply to alleged forgery. So that's another interesting tweet here, reply by this guy. In the footage, it didn't look to me like he was resisting arrest, right? And like I said, period, this guy should not have killed this guy. It didn't matter if he spit in his face. I keep using that as an example. I'm not saying he spit in his face. He didn't. I'm just using that to say it wouldn't matter if the guy punched the cop in the face. You can't just kill someone. You know what I mean? You would expect maybe they get tased, maced, or something. He killed him. But in this, they're saying exactly that. The death penalty isn't set to be set out on the street by a cop just because he's mad. And I guess he said doesn't apply to alleged forgery. So I wonder if that was what indeed they were investigating. I didn't really do a whole lot of digging on this, guys. I'm telling you, this video disturbed me. This guy replies and says he tried to flee. That's why they had him pinned down. Obviously, they weren't sure he had a weapon or not, so they pinned him. Why did he try to flee if he was innocent? That's a brave question. You softies don't have the stones to ask. F this guy right here, okay? He tried to flee, okay? All right. What? And he's saying why was he trying to flee if he was innocent? Hey, jerk off. This is what I'm saying. I hate when people say this. I'm not saying that guy's innocent or not. I'm saying that cop was totally in the wrong and killed someone, and that's what he did. I hate when people say stuff like this. They try to talk about what the person did. It's wrong. Just like how I feel about Ahmaud Arbery. I wouldn't care if he was running down the street with something that he stole from that house. No one's got the authority to go out there and hold him at gunpoint, in my opinion. And if they do, and from what I read up on Georgia state law, they say when, carrying out a citizen's arrest, you have to use force within, reason and stuff like that, and equal force. They had no right to go out there trying to play superhero cop with guns and hold this guy at gunpoint. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm saying, like with this guy's saying they had him pinned because he tried to flee. Why didn't they just throw him in the car? Why didn't they just tase him and throw him in the car? There's no excuse for what this guy did. I get sick of hearing this kind of stuff, honestly, people. Sometimes covering these kind of stories, man, it's like it's emotionally draining and frustrating. But and then what's this guy say? Maybe in the car he tried to resist. The investigation is still on. Just appealing the audience to withhold their quick judgment until a verdict. F off, guy. And then he says, trying to silence another. I don't even want to read none of that guy's stuff. That cop was wrong. Don't try to justify what he did. He murdered someone. Okay, he didn't use force to take someone into custody. He killed someone. But that's all I got, guys. I just wanted to go over this. Let me know your thoughts on everything that I touched on here. What do you think about what Trump's saying? What do you think about the whole situation? What do you think about what the people were saying in the replies? All that, like I always say on this channel, it's all about hearing from the people. I truly want to hear what you got to say. Let's keep it respectful in the comments. Thanks for watching, guys. Sub to the channel, hit the notification bell, hit the like, all that good stuff. J Coffee Talk blog and sports, music, news, life, current events, and much, much more. I will catch you guys on the next video. I'm out of here. Peace.